Okay, so we have this particular piece here, and what we're trying to do is we're trying to smart flow this section here onto this particular wedding ring here. Now, if we were to select this piece and simply hit explode, then it explodes it into two surfaces, one on this side and one on that side there, which isn't really going to help us out too much. So let's undo that. What we need to do is something a little bit more. We're going to do some splitting. So I'm going to turn off my finger rails for the moment. I will turn off my creation layer, and I'm going to select my red layer color. I'm going to go to the curve menu and extract an isocurve. It's going to ask me to select our surface for isocurve extraction, and I'm going to select, I'm going to toggle that right on the edge here, something like that there. And then I'm going to hit toggle, and I'm going to toggle, it doesn't really matter where you select it, but just say something like that there and hit enter. Now those two, what we're going to do is in the looking down viewport, we're going to mirror around F4, hold down shift, and we have something that looks like that. Now, if we turn our green layer off, what we've got, we can see what we've got. We've got our isocurves that we've extracted, and we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 pieces there. We're going to select our curve at the top there, and we're going to go to split and select our two outer rings and hit enter, and we're going to delete those two there, leaving that. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to select this guy here and join into one open curve. Now, if we were to simply sweep this around without rebuilding this, we're going to get the same issue. You'll have a surface on one side and a surface on the other. So it's important that we select the curve that's going to dictate our profile or our outer profile, and we hit rebuild. Now when we rebuild, the original point count is 15. Take it up to say something like 25 or 30 or something like that, so that you're not going to get a lot of deviation in the piece. If you were to take that down to less than 15, you're going to see that you don't have the same curve. It'll be different. So we're just going to hit, I'm going to leave 25 there and hit OK. And that's rebuilt that particular curve there for us. From there, we're going to then go into our surface menu and sweep to, select 1 and 2 rails and our profile and hit enter and hit OK. And that's going to give us that nice closed surface there. Now if we select that and hit explode, we're not going to be able to do anything to it because it's a single surface. So as far as using SmartFlow is concerned, this is perfect. So let's bring back our other pieces here, and I might just select that and just hit hide for the moment. One thing I do want to do is I want to select my ring and split and use my rails that we extracted, the isocurves that we extracted, and hit enter. And then we're going to delete this top surface and bring back our new surface that we've created. Let's put that onto a different layer color, say the Metal 04, and select it, go to transform, SmartFlow, and select our auto base tool, and there is our auto base. The cool thing about this is that we can select, say, one of these guys here, or both of them, but I'm going to select one for the moment. Using our gumball, just place that into position. We've got the grid snaps on, and you'll see that it will transform across. I'm just going to make sure that's a little bit more centered. Just something like that there is fine. And you'll see if we go into the perspective viewport, there it is down the bottom there. Now we can obviously use our gumball to place that into position. If I take that to the end there, so something like that, and you'll see it'll load up around here. You'll see that it conforms to the outer shape of the piece itself. And you can play around with the depth, all that kind of thing, and it will just transform across. If you want to see what that looks like, we can just turn off that layer and hit. Okay, you see that. Alright. Of course, once you finish, you can just simply select everything here and just hit join, and that'll rejoin that into one closed poly surface. And you can boolean away or do whatever it is that you need to do. Alright, I hope that helps.